Good evening. My name is Tammy. I am the president of Fun and Adventure at Singles Travel International, serving singles since 1993, if you can believe that or not. And we are present tonight with Sergio Sroka. He's the business development manager from Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Now, if you haven't had the benefit of trying this beautiful, elegant luxury cruise line before, we're very excited for you because this is our second time. And the first time our group cruised with Regent, we got really high reporting back from all of our members. They had a wonderful time. And we're very excited. Why? Because we partner with companies who really understand the needs of the single and solo traveler. Very important that we don't pay more for our own space. And we want to do vacation and camaraderie with others. I mean, we all live alone. We're alone for a lot of what we do in life. When we go on vacation, we'd like to be with others in our age range. So, we are partnering with companies like Regent, and it's very exclusive. We have to dig in and have lots of conversations and lots of follow-up to be able to accomplish what we do for our members, which is helping them save on your own space. And so I am just thrilled that we were able to partner with Regent Seven Seas. So I'm going to introduce you to Sergio. Sergio, would you like to say hello?
Yes, indeed. Thanks so much for that introduction, Tammy. And hi, everyone. I'm so glad you took some minutes of your day to be with us, and really excited to showcase not only the sailing but our partnership that we have with Tammy and Singles Travel International. Before we jump on in, can we see my screen here, Tammy?
Yes, we sure can.
Beautiful. And just to touch on that point one more time, Tammy and I have been working behind the scenes for quite some time. Tammy's had a relationship in Singles Travel International with Regent for quite some time, has already done a group cruise with us. We've been working behind the scenes for the past weeks, months per se, on this specific itinerary, and we're excited to showcase it here today.
Thanks,
So
Sergio. It's all yours. So go right ahead and let's learn all about this Autumn Splendors singles cruise.
Beautiful. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So before we dive into the cruise, the itinerary, I just want to take a few minutes for those of you who may be familiar with Regent Seven Seas cruises. Maybe some of you are not. Just want to take a few minutes and talk about what you can expect with Regent, right? So diving on in Regent, we pride ourselves in being the most inclusive luxury cruise line out there. What does that mean? When Tammy and her team book you on board Regent Seven Seas cruises, every detail is taken care of. You don't have to worry about pulling out your your room key, your wallet at any point in time. So just four quick bullet points on who Regent is and what we pride ourselves. So on the top of the screen, you could see number one, immersive exploration. We go all over the world, 550 destinations around the world. But the most important thing is we include free unlimited shore excursions, which we'll talk about here in your autumn cruise. Number two is heartfelt hospitality, basically one-to-one guest to crew ratio across our ships. Number three is luxurious space. No matter the category that you book in, you are going to be in a suite with a balcony included. Last but not least is Epicurean perfection. We pride ourselves in having the best food at sea. Here's a quick visual of Compass Rose, the general dining venue on board, right? And no matter if you're eating at the specialty restaurant, at one of the common restaurants, I hate to use the word not common is the right word, but non-reservation, non-specialty. It's you're gonna have top notch cuisine. We can guarantee you're not gonna go hungry on board Regent. We can guarantee you that. So, um, just diving in here a little bit as to what that means when we say we're all inclusive, right? So these are just a few little tidbits here, but to mention a few of these free unlimited shore excursions in every port of call, unlimited drinks, whether alcoholic beverages or non-alcoholic beverages, prepaid gratuities. You're gonna have unlimited Wi-Fi across uh, all the categories. Specialty dining's included, 24-hour in-suite dining, unlimited access to spa facilities, and one that has become very, very popular is free valet laundry service. So that's become it's a new inclusion from the beginning of this year, and it's become a huge, huge perk. I mean, you turn in your clothes within 24 hours, it's going to come back clean, folded, pressed, beauty. And then when you're done with your trip, little tip is not the day you disembark, not the day before you turn in your clothes before noon. You have it all brought back to you, wrapped in nice little paper, and all you have to do is put it into your luggage. You don't have to um, do your laundry when you get back home. So really a very nice touch. And as I mentioned, so many more inclusions. Just wanted to highlight a few. So we pride ourselves in having the world's most luxurious fleet, but the one that we're going to talk about here today is Seven Seas Splendor, arguably my favorite ship for a plethora of different reasons. This ship was built in February 2020, and it did one sailing before the pandemic came, then was out of commission for 2 years. There was no happening for 2 years, and it entered the waters end of 2022. So basically, this ship is less than 3 years old, and it is top notch. I want to showcase with you your accommodations. We have many categories on this ship, but the ones where Tammy and I were able to get a exclusive deal for you all are on these suites. Starting off with the deluxe veranda suite. So onboard Regent, this is gonna be it's over 300 square feet in total size, walk-in closet, walk-in shower, and forgive me as it's showcasing a few. It's the same room for some reason, just different models, but full-size balcony, everything. This is the entry-level room on board Regent. Then going on to the Serenity Suite, that's one category above. The reason that I would recommend taking a look at this Serenity Suite is huge walk-in closet. I mean, the walk-in closet in there is really remarkable. If you see the back of the bed back there, that's the full walk-in closet. You can take, I don't know, probably 6 to 8 steps in there and get to the end. Remarkable. Then the bathroom is a separate shower, separate tub, huge space as well. So if you're really into space, this is the category too. Just to give you an idea of the of how big it is, it's 332 square feet of size, plus an additional balcony, which ranges anywhere from 100 to 130 square feet. So really a large space on here, right? One thing I would like to address, right? We talk about being the most inclusive luxury line out there. We just recently, about a month and a half ago, we touched up our daytime attire. A lot of times we use the word luxury, and sometimes it can be misconstrued of what that means. Doesn't mean getting dressed up in a bow tie or etc. Very formal, right? You have the liberty to do so if that's what you please. But in reality, what that means is resort style attire before 6 p.m. But post 6 p.m. for the evening attire, here gives you a little idea of what can be expected. Slacks, dress shirts and sweaters, for women pantsuits and dresses, as well as skirts or pants with an elegant top. So that little highlighted portion there on the bottom, refined denim and well-maintained dress sneakers are also welcome for both men and women. So that's something that we just added on here recently. Just so you get a quick visual of the ship, just gonna quickly go through some of these pictures and just talk through them. We have 3 specialty dining restaurants. As I mentioned, you will not go hungry on board Regent, but if you're into steaks, this is the Prime 7. That's all. So as I mentioned, all of this is included, just requires a reservation prior to sailing. Reservations open up 75 days prior to sailing, so about 2.5 months
And Sergio, I'll
prior to
just
sailing.
interject really quickly that part of the service with Singles Travel International is our onboard concierge. She will be with the group in New York before we board, and on board the ship, our team at Singles Travel International will pre-reserve the specialty dinners. We'll have everything all set up for our members so that all they have to do is show up and have a good time.
Beautiful. Exact. That's why we're a perfect partnership. You do a great job of taking care of your clients, and once we get on board, then it's our job to follow it up. So I appreciate you mentioning that, Tammy. Um, Going off to number two is our French restaurant, Chartreuse, a Parisian bistro. Then we go on to the third specialty restaurant, which is Pacific Rim, little Pan-Asian cuisine. So this is the entrance. It's a very grandiose entrance to it. But the reason I showed that one, that's on board another ship. Here's on the one that you will be boarding, the Splendor, and I couldn't find the full size image, but it's really impactful when you see it in person. It's this dragon, right? uh, that is really, really remarkable. The picture does not do it any justice, but just wanted to give you a little visual there as we go through. As I mentioned, not going to go hungry. On an itinerary like this, that's 11 nights, you have the ability to eat three specialty restaurants, which Tammy is going to be able to coordinate ahead of time. Then once you're on board, you want to sneak in for another restaurant, we can accommodate that as well. We just have the ability to make one reservation prior to sailing for each specialty restaurant. Then we have the Compass Rose. This is the quote unquote general, nothing general about it, but the non-specialty restaurant. Here you can eat every evening, has a plethora of different dining options that switches every day. And last but not least, the Italian restaurant on board. These are the two restaurants that you can eat with no reservations and eat there and every evening.
And of course, we will be organizing the dinners for the members every single night. Part of the joy of being in a singles vacation is we want to share the experience together. But our concierge will take care of all of the reservations for each of the 11 nights. We have breakfast club every day. And on sea days, we will have a lunch together. So that is gives us a chance to enjoy all these wonderful restaurants. They look amazing. I'm glad we don't have to do the cooking too, Sergio. I'm leaving that to your team.
Yes. And one of the things as well is also the reception for your group. We're going to pick out a day ahead of time, and this is just one of the lounges where it may take place, but specifically for you all. So just another level of uh, heightened inclusion for your group. Just wrapping up here of the ship before we get into the itinerary is some of the spaces on board. So this ship has about 730 passengers. It's 55,000 gross tonnage. And one of the things with small ship cruising is typically don't have many venues on board, whether it's um, lounges or restaurants, etc. And I wanted to showcase some of these here because it really gives you an idea of how big the ship is and how little passengers. I mean, you're really going to feel it once you step on board a Regent ship. There's times where it just feels like it's your ship. Never a line, never a worry. A few days into the sailing, some of the crew members are going to remember your name and your drink and dish of choice. I stayed on this picture for a quick reason. This is the infinity pool at the back of the ship. It is a hidden gem. So one of the things with Regent is in our spa, as you can imagine, spa treatments is one of the few things on board that is an additional charge. But you walk in through the spa, you have your own private locker where you have a plethora of rooms. You have a sauna, a steam room, a cold room, an experiential shower, all these things which are included at no additional charge. But you have a hidden infinity pool at the back of the ship, and this picture does it justice because every time I go back there, it's like no one knows about it. I encourage you to go back there. It's your own pool at for you. Um, just wrapping up here with some of the spaces. We have a full-size theater on board every evening. If you like entertainment, we have a full production crew on board. Half the nights will be the production team, the other half will fly in entertainers, musicians, comedians, etc. But just wanted to give you a quick little visual feel of there's so many things to do on board, all right? As we get in here to the itinerary, right? So as I mentioned, we go all over the world, but what we're targeting today, we're going to focus on this specific sailing, which takes place Canada, New England, right? And it is September 6th of next year. It is an 11-night sailing. It is from New York to Montreal, right? So New York to Montreal. We're starting if we can see my cursor here, here's the map. We're going to start off in New York. You're going to get there a day before, stay in your pre-night hotel, which Tammy, can you please elaborate a little bit on that, please, on the pre-night hotel?
Definitely. Thanks for that invite. Right. With Singles Travel International, we always include a one-night pre-cruise package just for that peace of mind, knowing that when you arrive into New York, there's no rush to get to the cruise ship or any kind of stress that you might miss it. We're going to include a beautiful package at the Intercontinental Hotel right in Park Avenue in Manhattan. And so when you arrive into New York, whether you come into LaGuardia or Kennedy, we have a private driver waiting to pick you up and take you to the Intercontinental Hotel. That's on the 5th of September. We have breakfast on the 6th, and we will take you then to the cruise ship terminal in Manhattan as part of the package. That's where you'll get on the beautiful Splendor on September 6th and begin the cruise.
Yes, indeed. And that's where you'll begin your journey in the early autumn vibrance on board Seven Seas Splendor. So, as you can see here, the map, you're going to start off in New York, then go to Bay of Fundy, St. John, Halifax, Sydney, Charlottetown, Gaspé, Baie-Comeau, Saguenay, Quebec City, and Montreal. I'm going to highlight some of the features in some of these ports, but and I love to keep on mentioning. Just keep in mind when it's time to book excursions. Right now, we're about 300 days prior to sailing. We can book excursions at about 180 days prior to sailing, so 6 months ahead of time. We don't have the full list of excursions out yet, but when the time is right, you're going to have a plethora of options since we include free unlimited excursions. And we're going to have some excursions that are the premium excursions that come at a cost. But one thing to note, uh, one of the exclusive offers that Tammy and I have been able to put together for booking during a certain period is you're going to get some shipboard credit that can go towards if you want to take a premium excursion, right? So we'll get into that here in a quick second, but you have an exclusive offer when it comes to the pricing, and exclusive offer for shipboard credit. Um, and I want to show you something. As I mentioned, we don't have the full list of excursions out, but this is Splendor, September 6th, 2026. And I went here to the page. A little shortcut, if I may. You type in the three letters of the ship, SPL, 26 is the year, 0906. That's the sailing ID. The first link, and of course we're gonna send you this directly, but I just like to show any little tidbit, takes you directly to the sailing. So once you decide you want to dive a little bit deeper into the itinerary, oh, forgive me here. As I mentioned, shore excursions are not out. We're going to start off in New York, then do cruising the Atlantic Ocean. Once we get to Bay of Fundy, you have the ability to click on each port of call, and it gives you an idea of what excursions we have offered historically in that destination, right? So, and you have the ability to download, and it'll tell you which ones are free, which ones traditionally come at a cost. But for example, one of the main things of Bay of Fundy is it's home to one of the world's highest tides and dynamic reversing rapids. Additionally, the Old City Market in St. John that offers a uniquely Canadian maritime flavor. Keep in mind, as this sailing is in September, it is known for its fall foliage. So as you sail to each port of call, you're going to see how beautifully it changes the colors, the foliage, etc.
One of the things that people like to do in the Bay of Fundy is they have a rapid ride. You can go on a boat and get into the bay, and there's a rapid ride that if you have the nerve, the courage to do it, it's a lot of fun.
Do you have you done it? Do you have the nerve? That sounds a bit exciting. I like to think I'm adventurous, but when the time comes, I may not I may not do it. I don't know if you're
I'm a
adventurous or not.
daredevil. I'm a
You are?
daredevil. Oh yes.
Um,
But
then
as you
going
said,
on
there
to
you have at least I saw 20 some excursions there. So whether you're a daredevil or you want to take it easy, there's a little bit of something for everybody, it looks like.
Yes, indeed. And one thing to keep in mind is for some of these ports of call, right? It shows when we arrive, when we depart. When we say free and limited shore excursion, let's just say Bay of Fundy, right? We arrive at 7 a.m. Let's say the excursion you selected is at 8 in the morning. 8 in the morning, it's a 2 hour excursion. You come back to the ship. We still have 6 hours in port. If there's another excursion that calls your interest that you would like to take, as long as there's a 60-minute window, you have the ability to go and take it at no additional charge. So keep that in mind when you're looking at the excursions later on here, that that you can pick up to two, right? Um, so it's a good little fun fact. Halifax, Nova Scotia. So Halifax, Nova Scotia historics. It has a historic star-shaped fortress of the Halifax Citadel National Historic Site, which offers both heritage and cityscape views. We're going to be there for about 8 hours that day.
Great
Then we go on to
seafood, good
Mhm.
lobster.
Great lobster. Whether you have the ability, whether you take an excursion that has lobster in Halifax, um, whether you come back on board, one of the things that Regent loves to do is if that's something that's known for certain cuisine, we'll try to offer it for lunch or dinner time as well on board. So you have the ability to choose either either one. Sydney, Nova Scotia, home of the Big Fiddle Monument, well known for its scene of artists and arts, etc. One of the big attractions over there is the Cape Breton Center for Craft and Design in Sydney, Nova Scotia. So one thing to note here, as we're going to be there 8 hours, 12 to 8 p.m., this is a anchor port, a tender port, right? So sometimes when for some reason we can't get to the port of call, whatever it may be, we'll dock right off the port and we take a little tender ship to the pier. Charlottetown, Prince Edward's Island. We're going to be there. That's a long one for 9 hours. So keep an eye out for that port of call to take multiple shore excursions. One of the things that Charlottetown is known for, it's a very walkable downtown district. So that's where a lot of shore excursions are going to be taking place. And one of the ones that I recall was very popular was so you're going to see a lot of strolls, the horse-drawn trolley. That's one that tends to be a very popular one there in the Charlottetown downtown area. Then we're going to do cruising the Gulf of St. Lawrence, so it's going to be a day at sea. And the remaining ports of call, three out of the four, they're also going to be tender ports. So in Gaspé, in Bay, and Saguenay, but also being there for quite a few hours. Um, Quebec City, It's known for being one of North America's most European feeling cities, cobblestone fortified walls, iconic chateaus, etc. It really is a nice port of call right before disembarking in the lovely Montreal. So I know that there's quite a bit to go into each port of call. There is going to be a lot of offerings as we get here to the shore excursions, but I wanted to, for the sake of time, let me click here, mention the exclusive offers that we were able to put together for you all. So booking in the next the time period, Tammy, that we mentioned, we have 10 spots available that we're able to offer a 0% single supplement. And they're filling up rather quickly, I would say, Tammy. So as you know, traditionally for cruising, whether it's a single or double occupancy, typically cruise lines like to charge the double. But we were able to put together a special offer where not only are we going to be offering the 0% single supplement, but an additional shipboard credit for you as well to use for a shore excursion or anything, maybe a spa treatment on board, etc. And with that, I wanted to open it up to you, Tammy, or
Great. I will take over from not from here, Sergio. Thank you so much. There is so much more to dive into on this itinerary. And once we get those excursions confirmed and everybody's able to book them, I'm sure you'll have a lot of questions. But it is really special that they are included and that I can just picture going into town and doing a tour in the morning and then coming back and having a lovely lunch, and then coming back again to, to enjoy everything here on the ship. So what I'm going to do right now is show everybody how to make the reservation on our website. And give me a second here. I'm just going to remove the pin here from you. Okay, great. Perfect. Great, Sergio. So this is our website, Singles Travel International. And I'm going to kind of navigate over to the trip page. So I would click on all trips. That'll take me over here to all of our trip pages. And then I'm scrolling down past all of these beautiful destinations to the Autumn Splendor Singles Cruise, which is here on this page. And once you're here, right at the top of the page, you're able to see the prices and the different categories. So we always try to show you, we have three ways for you to purchase the trip, and that is to either use your credit card. We also give you a discount if you pay your balance by check or credit card, I mean, check or Zelle. And then we also show you what the regular price would be if you weren't a premium member. So, as Sergio said, we were able to wrangle 10 cabins from Regent Seven Seas for this itinerary. And once they're gone, the prices will be double what you're seeing here on the website. Now I'm going to go after some more after we sell the first 10. I always do that, but there's no guarantee. So we are for
Mhm.
sure been allowed the 10 cabins. And then once those cabins are gone, so it's really a great, this is an opportunity for now, for today. And so I'm going to show you how you make your reservation. So the full range is the 13,999 to 34,939. So the 34,939 is the most expensive cabin and what it would be if you didn't have the discount that we're offering you. And in order to get the discount, you must be a premium member. Membership is $397 a year. So as you can see, in this case, you're saving upwards of $17,000 per person on your cabin. So $397 to get in on that is a very reasonable fee to participate. Well, not only do you get a very good price on this cruise, but as a premium member, there are two other really key benefits. When you're a premium member, you get first opportunity when we have additional new trips that come out. So every time we get a new offer from a company, like we did with Regent Seven Seas, you get an advance notice. So some of the members who are here in the meeting tonight, they got an email from us a couple of months ago and they jumped on the initial offer. And so premium membership gives you the ability to save and in some cases our 10 cabins may sell out within that first 48 hours. So it's really a benefit to be a premium member. The next thing that happens is when, on occasion, we might have a cancellation. Some member canceled a trip. Maybe they didn't buy insurance and they're struggling and they'd rather get something back than nothing. And so we try to help them recover their funds and we offer the trip up for sale. And so premium members are the ones that get that last minute deal offer. Sometimes it's another scenario altogether, but when we do have a last minute special, and earlier this year we gave away 2 free cruises in March because we had the space. So it's really special to be a premium. It's our inner circle. It's a VIP club. And again, for $397, you get all of those benefits. So when you see on the website under price options, premium deal, your own space for less, pay balance by check or Zelle means that you're going to get that 5% discount. Premium deal, your own space for less is the credit card payment. Now, in both cases, you're going to put your deposit down using your credit card on the website. So even if you are choosing to pay Zelle, but pay the balance by check or Zelle, you'll still deposit the deposit on the website. So I'll show you what, let's pretend we're going to do the pay balance by check or Zelle, and we're going to take the veranda suite. So these are all the different suites that Sergio talked about today, and he showed us the pictures. We're going to take the veranda suite. And then down here, we have it, we already include one night in New York. Some of our members may want to come in and stay in the Big Apple for an extra night. So we do have an option to add a 2-night Big Apple VIP package. So if that's your case, you would go ahead and add that to your cart here. And then, of course, if you're not a premium member, you would add your premium membership. So all of that can be done right here inside the cart. Once you're ready to check out, you would click on pay deposit amount, which is going to be all that we need to get you locked in for this deal. You may want to pay in full, but if you do pay in full, then you must choose the your own space for less because if you pay in full with your credit card, we won't be able to give you the discount because you will have used your credit card. So the discount is for not using a credit card. That's what those fees are all about. So just make sure choose pay balance by check or Zelle and then come in and do the deposit only and then click add to cart. So it's pretty easy that checkout process to understand the different prices. Now, if you have your own, if you don't have a premium membership for that veranda suite and the deal that Sergio's offering us with our package in New York and our arrival transfers and our transfer to the ship, it would be more in the neighborhood of $30,000, right, Sergio? We're not making this up. The cruise line price is close to 28 or 29, and then we've had our package in there. So this is a really good deal. And I am excited for you. I hope that you get to join us in this cruise. And again, it's almost 2 weeks by the time you add the New York stay. So sometimes when you want to estimate all of the value in this particular cruise, you have to remember that it's a 2-week vacation. So one of the other things that Sergio talked about earlier is the fact that um, you're going to get a bonus, an experience credit, an onboard experience credit. So we're going to give $200 for anybody who makes their reservation before a certain date. What did we say, Sergio? Because this is your rule here. So what do we want to,
It
how much
would,
do we want to give this to them for?
uh, 2 weeks is the rule. So since we're November 11 right now, how does November 25th sound?
Okay, that sounds really good. So we can get this locked in for you. And by the way, If the 10 cabins sell out before the 25th, then you're not you're then you're going to pay 30,000, so your 200 isn't going to look that good. So please don't wait until the 25th. Thank you, Sergio. I have a feeling the cabins will be gone before then, but if anybody booked already before tonight, we will honor the offer and give you the $200 onboard experience credit, no problem. Just a quick thing before we end this presentation and take the questions and answers from our members who are here live tonight. I just wanted to show you, if you scroll down on our page, you are able to see everything that's in detail about the trip right here on the trip page. So this nice little panel in the middle of the page, all I did was scroll down, right? So I went right from the top. And if you want to see the inclusions, that's on this tab. Our options are listed here. So we talked about that 2-night package. If you click the plus sign, you get to see what's included. The itinerary is on this tab. Again, hitting the plus sign will tell you a little bit more about the detail for that day. Sergio went through, for example, he said we're in St. John from 7 to 4. So that is right here on our website. And then our frequently asked questions are over on this tab. You are welcome to expand and close all of them at the same time using this feature. And if you want to see all of them, just click on view more or view less. So everything you need to know about the vacation, what's included, when you pay your deposit, when is your final payment, what are the terms if you have to cancel, how to contact us if you need more information, etc. It's all here on this page. So at the bottom, we highlight all of the inclusions. Once again, free 1-night package in New York, Wi-Fi, all your drinks, our concierge service, which is on par with the luxury experience that you have with Regent Seven Seas. Our professional friendly concierges are trained and they're experienced leaders of travel, vacation experiences, and they're additionally trained in the area of singles. So we've been doing this since 1993, and we really have learned a lot from our members, and we roll that all back into the next experience. So we make sure that you get everything that you are looking for. And I know for some of you out there, this is a really tough decision to make for that very first time. Once you join our vacations, you get invited to a WhatsApp chat and you'll start meeting the fellow members right away. Last night, there was some chatter on one of our Caribbean cruises. One of the members is brand new, and I was so proud to see the other members chiming in and saying, "Oh, I've been on 3 or 4 trips," or one gentleman has been on 15, and they were just trying to assure that brand new member to let them know that it's going to be great, you know. But he already took the steps, so that's the hardest part. We've got everything included. We've done everything we possibly could to try to get you to this level. So please consider it. My name is Tammy. I'm here all the time at the office if you have any questions. But what we'll do right now is stop the video. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube, thanks for joining. Please follow the link in the box below the YouTube video to contact us and find out more. But we're going to go offline now and in privacy talk to some of our members who showed up here tonight live, and we're going to answer their questions about this vacation. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.